Good morning. It's your leader of love here. It is Saturday and it's amazing. So, on today, are you brave? Do you have courage? Are you? We're brave in different areas. We have courage in different areas. But today I want to talk about the area of people coming to you with foolishness. Are you the kind of person that people easily come to gossip, to talk negative? Are you brave enough to start down a pattern that says, I don't want to hear it. You can't come to me with it. See, when you begin to go down a path of trying to achieve a goal, of working on yourself, of truly desiring to be focused and put on blinders, you don't really have a lot of time for gossip and people running people down and people being negative. And so I ask you today, are you brave enough to tell people, nah, I don't want to hear that? Are you brave enough? Do you have the courage to say to someone, if they come to you, I gotta go because you're going down a path of negativity? See, we like to think we're brave. We like to think we have courage. But do you have enough courage? If someone came to you speaking about someone else, running someone down, do you have enough courage to either stand up for the person or at least walk away from the conversation? That has always been a very, very big pet peeve of mine. I've always felt like a person with value and character should be able to do one of the two. If you don't have the guts to be able to speak up against or stand up for someone that you say is a friend, someone that you love and care about, then you need to have enough courage to at least walk away from the conversation. Anyone who knows me and knows me well can tell you one thing about Mary. Mary will say, you can't talk about them to me. I don't say it nasty, but I say it with the respect to say to that person, I'm not discounting what you may feel about that person, but you can't run them down to me. Do you have enough courage to either pull away from a conversation, or are you at least brave enough to say, you can't talk about them to me? I'll even go as far as saying, are you brave enough to tell a person who's always negative, always complaining, always has something to say, are you brave enough to tell them, you're real negative? Or are you concerned they may get mad? You may lose a friend. They may not talk to you. They may talk about you. You can't afford to be engaged in negativity, people who are consistently running people down, always have something to say about their friends, but they're their friends, but they're always talking about them. When you have goals, you can't afford to be engaged in that. And you either have to be brave enough to say to the person, you can't talk about them to me, or you have to have enough courage to walk away from the conversation. If you don't do one of the two, then you'll find yourself pulled off your focus because you're so busy engaged in idle chatter. I ask you today, are you brave? Do you have courage in this area? It's not always about whether or not you know a person is right. Sometimes it's just really about saying, I don't want to hear it. It doesn't benefit, it doesn't help me. I don't want to hear it. My goals don't have time for all that idle chatter. Search yourself today and ask yourself, are you the person that people come to gossip, to be negative with? Because if you are that person, it's time for a change. Especially if you're someone who says, I have goals in mind. Especially If you're a person that says, I'm working on being an entrepreneur, I'm working on being successful, you don't have time for it because law of attraction is coming back to you. So be mindful. If you're putting out gossip, if you're putting out running people down and a bunch of negativity, you know it's coming back. So be mindful. Because the same way that you want to achieve your goal and you want to receive positive and things of that nature, you got to put it out. Be brave enough today to walk away from the negative conversations. If you really want to improve, step back, because you don't have time for idle chatter. You're already behind. Do you really have time to waste on negativity? And if you're not brave enough to speak up and say to the person, I don't want to hear that. I mean, that's negative. I don't have time for it. Then have enough courage to step away from it at least. Everyone doesn't have a outspoken personality. Anybody who knows me, they know I'm outspoken. Everyone doesn't have that personality. And everyone doesn't have to have it. But at least have enough courage to walk away, to ignore. Don't answer calls. Because if you want to focus on yourself and your goals, you don't have time to take in so much negativity, so much gossip. 30 minutes on the phone of gossip is 30 minutes taken away from your business plan. 30 minutes taken away from affirmations. Either be brave or have courage. Be brave enough to say, hey, I don't want to hear it. You're negative. Or at least have the courage to walk away. Both of them really are the same thing, but just using them differently. At the end of the day, the point is, you don't have time. Disengage, focus, and let's go. Visit me on my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube page, Leader of Love, LUHV. If you've enjoyed my videos, if you like the things that I've said, if it's encouraged you, if it's made you question yourself and make you think about some changes you need to make to improve yourself, hit that like, love, share button. Make a comment. I would appreciate it. Now, in everything you do and everyone you encounter, lead with love.